Hey guys, Blockish Sky here with my very first review, and I figured what better way to start than with my old pal, the Thermaltake Core V71. This case has been a beast for about a year and a half for me until I swapped over to the Thermaltake Core G3, which I will be doing a review later on once I get the system that's in it out of it, because that is my editing, recording, and everything else rig. So, alright. This case comes standard with two 200mm blue LED fans in the front, one 200mm in the top, and then a single 140 in the back, which will give you a lot of airflow with room for a whole nother 200mm and two 120s on the bottom, which I had, which helped a lot with airflow. And this case supports a 420, 420, and a 240 and a 140. No, yeah, 240, 140 radiators. So this has a ton of support for liquid cooling, more than you could ever really need. But who doesn't need more cooling? So in this case, since you have so much fan support, the case comes with not two, not three, but four filters. They have a filter for the top, the front, and then they have two in the bottom. And this rig was used for a year and a half, so it is a bit dusty. But you can tell right there, it collects the dust. It does not let it in, because this was actually my intake on the bottom, and you can see how much dust it collected. So it does a great job at keeping it from all getting in. Another feature of this case, it has two 5.25-inch drive bays, which can either house hubs, CD players, anything that you'd like in those, along with a switch to turn on and off the fan LEDs, a low and a high for the speed of the fans, which it only sadly works for these three fans that come with it. You cannot add more, and a reset button, along with the power button in the middle, which is a large silver button, with a blue LED that goes around it, two USB 3.0s, two USB 2.0s, a headphone, and a mic jack. And here's the 140mm fan, all your I/O that's coming through. From the top, you have a spacer to keep your PSU elevated. This does take ATX power supplies, as big as you can fit it. I have the EVGA Supernova 1000-watt P2 that fit in here, with plenty of room for two 120s as well. You have 8 hard drive bays. I actually painted some of mine silver, and I need to finish it because I plan to do this a full silver and black build, and I figured that would look a whole lot nicer than this nasty blue and black that they gave us. But all modular. All you do is just pop these little guys out, and you stick your hard drive in there, and you put it right back in, and then also has mounting holes for your SSDs to go in, along with being completely modular and can be removed at any time. So whether you want 6 drives, 2 drives, 3 drives, you have it all there. Easily take it out, easily put them back in. Plenty of reservoir support. Take this guy out if you don't want it here. You can take your 5.25-inch bays out. You have right here the motherboard. It can support all the way from the mini ITX all the way to eATX, which is tons and tons of motherboard support. So this case really can handle anything you throw at it. On the back here you have your motherboard, I/O, 3 spots for external radiators if you still do that, 8 PCIe slots, and then your power supply, along with plenty of cable management and lock support, so you can put a lock to keep it closed, and then this guy is for your keyboard cables to keep them nice and clean routed. Finally, we have the back of the case. Like I said, I have used this build before, or this case for a build, so there are some leftover parts in here. But you have your hub, your fan hub right here for the 3 fans, your USB 3.0, your other front I/O, all here, along with a few mounting places for your cables to go. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 9 or 10 spots that you could put cables through. Along with, which is really neat, you actually have slots here for more hard drives to fit. So this case actually goes up to 10 drives if you get 2 more of these guys. Or if you'd rather, you can just use the ones you have. And finally, here's the last part of the case. So this is just the underside of the case, which, like I said, you have all these filters right here that take plenty off. You have some rubber feet, so in case you have hard floor, you can easily just slide it around, along with 4 legs that keep it up and keep plenty of airflow coming in. So anyways, guys, this is my Thermaltake V71 overview and review, and well, I guess this is my review part. I love this case. It has been a great case. It has some flaws, but that's going to happen at that price point. It's how much is it? I think it's a $150 case right now with the thermal glass version, which is going to have a lot of improvements with vertical GPU mounting, the thermal glass, but cable management is kind of iffy. I took out the grommets myself because I wasn't a fan of them. It's not a bad case in the slightest. Plenty of water cooling room, plenty of hard drive space, which is one of the big things I was going for, and overall a great case. And you can make your cables look pretty. I didn't do too much of a job because I didn't have my own custom cables yet, which I'm working on now. But overall, I would definitely recommend this case to people who are looking for a large quality case, but not a big price tag. So anyways, guys, that was my V71 review. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next one.